Hey folks, it's Diecastbuffet here again, and it's time for another NASCAR diecast review. Today's car, well, it's going to be our first Xfinity car to be reviewed on the channel. We did review a Busch Series car, I think way back in December, wasn't it? Or early January. I think it was January, but we reviewed a Busch Series car that I honestly still have not done the custom on that I wanted to. I do apologize for that. I don't have the equipment I need to make that. That's why there hasn't been a custom on it, and it's just sitting there collecting dust. Nonetheless, so here is Kevin Harvick's 2018 Hunt Brothers Pizza Ford Mustang Darlington Xfinity Throwback. And this car right here, it's a it's a weird kind of throwback because it really does feel like a vintage race car, but it's kind of bland at the same time. The thing about the Xfinity throwbacks is not many people do it. You have, I would say, maybe 30% of the field that does the throwbacks, but in the Cup race, you have, I would say, 80%, 90%. So it's just like you see these few throwback paint schemes, and you're like, oh, there's the Flex Seal car. Oh, there's Ryan Sieg. Oh, there's, this person that, the big teams get involved, but the littler teams, just, I don't know. Anyhow, this is a Wave 2 of 2019 piece. It's an Xfinity car. I don't personally collect the Xfinity cars, but, I said, you know what? Let's go for it. I wanted to do a video on it, give y'all, y'all guys some content. Because, there's always some people who don't have the opportunity to get these cars, and maybe they want to see a video on it. Maybe they want to see, hey, is this car any cool before I, buy it or order it online or something. That's why I like how people like, Original Big Bri, Race Day 2011, some really cool guys, man. Really cool guys for one. If you haven't subscribed to them, go subscribe to them, man. Go subscribe to them. They are just awesome people. But they give people the opportunity to, kind of get a look at diecasts before you buy them. You like the Chase Elliott ones. Original Big Bri has done a lot of, solid reviews on the Chase Elliott diecasts from last year, and he always showcased how some of them had the glitter effect and some of them didn't. And it's very important when you're a Chase Elliott fan to make sure you know which ones do and don't have that retarded glitter effect. But this diecast review is not about Chase Elliott, my favorite driver. It's about Kevin Harvick. Without further ado, let's get this Hunt Brothers Pizza Mustang out of the box. Here she is. This is Kevin Harvick's Mustang. It's Xfinity one, and this is my first time actually holding a Xfinity diecast. I have no Xfinity nationwide diecasts post 2008. I have not bought a single one. I just never wanted to. Not a fan of them, but this is the first Xfinity diecast in my collection, or in terms of years of the said diecast in 10 years. So definitely very weird. It feels like the COT. It does feel like the COT, it does have kind of that weight to it, but it's still not action quality, but it does have that body kind of feel to it, like especially the back end. It's very similar to the COT, but this car, I really like the Hunt Brothers paint schemes. They're really cool. I remember, man, on NASCAR The Game 2011, what was it, Elliott Sadler's Hunt Brothers Pizza car. It was really cool. And to see how that sponsorship carried over to Kevin Harvick. And he's had a pretty good amount of paint schemes, but I just never bought the diecast for him. But I would love to get a really cool Cup Series one in the Mustang. That'd be cool. So this throwback is to Kevin Harvick's own 1998 Winston West Series championship, which I believe is now known as the NASCAR Can-Am Pro Series West Championship. And what's kind of cool about it is that he won that in 1998, and of course the car number is 98, so pretty cool play of numbers there. But I do see a little bit of a blemish here, just left of the Hunt Brothers Pizza logo. Right there in front of my right thumbnail, you can kind of see a little bit of a blemish, which I do believe is a decal tear, because I keep picking at it, I think it would actually just create a larger tear in the decal, which is very unfortunate. But for the most part, though, not too much going on with this car in terms of bad stuff. You do have a kind of a weird Goodyear logo. Instead of it kind of being in place, it's really flat. I mean, maybe that's how they wanted it, but I feel like they're kind of inconsistent with it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, guys. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be. I don't know. Brothers Pizza. I really like this green, man. I really do. The green looks very nice. Definitely a big fan of the green, white, and red. I mean, it looks like an Italian flag, honestly. And this is the first, Xfinity car that I've actually owned. Like, dead serious. So it's kind of interesting to kind of explore the car. I really like the back end of it, GT do the little block things. They put one block on each side or something like that, or they'll put the whole back end of a car, just a bunch of blocks. I really don't enjoy that. Like, I really don't. And like this right here, I think this looks so tacky on a race car. Like, they could have easily just put like huntbrotherspizza.com or Hunt Brother Pizza order in your local, check and see if it's your local area. Just some kind of like promotional brand in here. Or they could have just took Hunt Brothers Pizza and just put it right there. They didn't have to put the box thing. They could have done it. I just think it's very ugly and very just tacky looking on a paint scheme. This side does have a little bit more damage, or not damage, but issues. So I'm noticing a lot of little decal tears, like right here on the left of my thumb, left thumb rather. You see a little bit of white right here. Obviously that's not supposed to be there, and then you see some right here as well. You do see a little bit more damage from, I guess, manufacturing, but it just, these are little things that should never happen on these die casts. More miscues here on the right rear, some here and some there, but nonetheless, though, the decals for the most part are in the right spot, but it's just like, man, can they really get one of these right? Just I really wish Lionel would do better on their quality, but one thing I just noticed on the front is this kind of like three-dimensional look. Like, it's completely flat. Like, that is all one solid piece. Yeah, if you look at it from like right here, it looks like it has like some weird like in-dimensional canards. It's just kind of really cool looking, but they did a good job on the 3D effect there, because that does look believable. No question. But overall, this is a paint scheme to Kevin Harvick's early stock car career. Definitely a nice paint scheme. If you could take this paint scheme and just put a nice looking number font, this thing easily would be a cool looking race car. But it does have a retro feel to it. It just has that simplicity / vintage flair that I really think this makes this paint scheme slightly enjoyable. But nonetheless, though, it does have a little bit of a bland side to it, but it being a throwback, I think that's okay. Another cool thing to mention on these Kevin Harvick, or at least on this one, Kevin Harvick actually has his like social media stuff above his door, which is kind of unusual, honestly. So what I'm seeing, you see Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram above his door. That's kind of weird. You usually never see that. You usually, don't see that. You usually just see like a flag and or just their name, something like that. Here is the hood piece, and it has kind of like a weird, I wouldn't say weird, but it's like a little bit of it's brighter than what it is on camera, but kind of like almost like a milky kind of look, if that makes any sense. I don't know why, but it just has kind of like a milky, kind of white look to it. See if I can try to get y'all a better camera color contrast of the camera. Still, it just kind of has like that milky white kind of look to it. But Hunt Brothers Pizza 98, Kevin Harvick's signature font. I do have a little bit of a paint chip right here, or not paint chip, but a decal chip. So that's unfortunate. See, like right here, now you can really see the colors. Like it's white, but it has like a milky kind of feel to it. But that's the hood there. And with that, I believe that concludes today's video. So, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new around here, smash that subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you have a great one. And Diecastbuffet signing off.